Hi, I'm Clay, a solutions engineer with Google for Education. As a teacher, you know your students and their learning needs the best. You're the one bringing effective teaching practices and creative solutions to the classroom. And now, with vibe coding, you can create everything from engaging learning experiences for your students to time-saving tools for yourself. I'm going to show you how to do this with Gemini Canvas. So we start off with our Chrome browser, going to gemini.google.com. And we're going to start planning what we want to create. Think about what you or your students may need help with, whether it's a specific subject, visualizing or breaking down a complex concept, or dividing up classroom chores among your students. Let's say that we're teaching about a mission to the moon and we want to visualize this with our students. We start by ideating with Gemini to build out a plan of what we expect to see and interact with. Once you have a plan, you can use Gemini as a thought partner to review and refine your idea. When you're vibe coding, you're the educator in the lead. Gemini's there to help you. Now, I'm going to ask Gemini a question like, what are some of the ideas that I can add to this tool? And it'll suggest some ideas for what I can include. By chatting with Gemini before I begin, I can identify more details of what I want to include and refine my plan. This helps me start off on a stronger footing to get a final product that better matches what I envision. Before you begin prompting, make sure that you've enabled Canvas tool. Now, we're ready to ask Gemini to create our tool. Hey Gemini, can you build this into our canvas? Now, this might take a little bit. Gemini is actually building the code in the background before it shows the final output. When it's ready, it'll give us a preview of what it's built. This preview is our first iteration. We have the opportunity to make the changes that make sense for our needs. Let's play around with it. So now that we have these labels on here, I'm noticing that they're not dismissible. So I can go ahead and ask Gemini, hey Gemini, I love these labels, but can you make them dismissible in a way that they can come back? Now, let's go ahead and play with another iteration. Maybe I want to include something like audio and have it talk to me about what it's doing. Or maybe I want to include the weather in, let's say, Houston, so that we know when that launch window could be. Hey Gemini, can you find the real-time weather for, let's say, Houston, Texas, and incorporate that in here so that we can maybe know what the window for the launch could be. Notice that Gemini is going out to an open API and it's incorporating that so that we have our weather in our application. You can see that you can just make anything you want. You're only bounded by your imagination. Once I'm happy with my tool, I can bring it into my classroom through a share link or by embedding in a Google site. And here's the final project. Now I can toggle off telemetry and phases or keep them on, so my students can explore the live telemetry as they're taking off from the Earth to the Moon. I can drag to explore this in 3 dimensions, even zooming in and starting the playback to see the rocket take off and shoot right towards the Moon. It's that simple. We don't write any manual code. Vibe coding is a great way to take your ideas to that next level and bring them into the classroom. Give it a try.